Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about UberEats Driver goes viral delivering food on horseback. So gig workers can deliver your food in a variety of vehicles. You have your classic cars. Sometimes people take a truck. I have a Toyota RAV4, so it's a compact SUV. Some people go moped, e-bike, motorcycle. We've even seen people on foot, but this is a new one. UberEats on horseback. So with that said, we are talking about everything that's being said in this article, how it actually is for Doordash UberEats and Grubhub drivers, customers, the platforms, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. An UberEats driver went mega viral after delivering a customer's food on horseback, and people couldn't believe it. In a video that's gone up to rack up over 1 million views, TikToker Jessie captured an UberEats worker delivering a customer's meal in the most unusual way. The things you do for content, huh? I'm going to leave their TikTok as well as their profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. Let me ask you guys a question. A lot of you talk about how the maintenance on your car is high or driving your vehicle a certain number of miles is high. How would that equate to horseback? Because you got to think about it like this. The maintenance for a horse is got to be much higher than maintenance for a car. I think this is one of the coolest things so far, but this is a living animal. Basic full care board, including feed and hay, on the low end is about $4,800. And that's not even accounting for the idea that you're actually turning it into an income. Now, granted, a car has its own levels of maintenance, and that probably is pretty high too. But this is a living being. You're putting this horse to work. In the video, we could see a man in an UberEats branded uniform deliver someone's takeaway on a black horse. They move through the streets of Sydney, Australia's suburb of Paddington, with onlookers giggling around them. Yo, real talk though, that's gotta be one of the coolest things to see. Like, I don't think you could get away with that in the US, realistically speaking. But in Australia? Well, crikey, mate. Australia is the birthplace of the first Doordash union, so maybe it's possible to make things work in Uber Eats down there. Who knows? One woman could be seen holding up her phone to take a video. The delivery driver themselves, however, looked completely oblivious to the fuss and moved through the crowd with the mobile device attached to their helmet for directions. I mean, to us, it's rather unusual, but for him, it's just another day in the office, or in this case, on the horse. Although it's gotta be cool to have that kind of attention on yourself, and then people are like, can I pet the horse? You're probably like, I gotta get to my next gig, hold on, I can't. After Jessie posted the video on the platform, people were eager to weigh in on their thoughts surrounding the confusing delivery method. How do I get my Uber Eats delivered by Uber Horse? One asked, clearly excited. Hey, if you want Uber Horse specifically, you better be tipping the horse too, I swear. Bro, you know what? Valid. These petrol prices and cost of living crisis really do be like that, another chimed in. Petrol prices, you know that person is not from the US. I love how there's constantly this argument of,
well, other countries can raise the minimum wage and raise the amount we're being paid and how happy they are and everyone's making money over there. Why don't we raise the minimum wage like they did?
And yet here we are seeing somebody chime in saying they have a cost of living crisis and petrol prices that are insane. Granted, that might just be an United States immigrant and they are still using that lingo, but either way, it's Australia we're talking about here. I want this job. Please, I'd slay, one said, while the other one said they'd found their future job. Oh, sure, Uber Eats is so cool when it's delivered on a horse, and suddenly for everyone else, we're less than human beings in our vehicles that we pay for. Is this one of the options on the app? Like when you could see your delivery is coming via bicycle, another joked? Actually, I don't know. Like, what would it show exactly? Can you deliver on Uber Eats via horse? Oh, this is horrible news. Uber Eats bans Horseback rider. So when local Uber Eats administration found out about the Horseback delivery, the company banned Chen from the app. The guy got deactivated for being cool? Actually, you know what? That makes way too much sense to me. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that the Uber Eats driver deserved to be deactivated. Like, to be honest, if you deliver on horse and you're getting to people on time, I don't see an issue with that. But I could see why a company that is delivering food wouldn't want the food to be near the horse. I mean, I'm sure you were keeping it clean and all of that, but I see why the company wouldn't be thrilled with that. I would have at least sent you a notice saying, hey, listen, guy, I understand that you have an awesome horse and I think that's cool, but there's actually a health concern here, so we can't let you be on the horse. So I would have that conversation, and if they're not okay with it, then you ban them. But I guess in Australia, just like in the US, they will just ban you if they don't like how you're doing things. But let's say this was totally cool with them. I think it's cool to see that you are literally delivering Uber Eats on a horse. Like, granted, it's not the way they want you to do things, but it would be a nice addition to possible vehicles. That also said, it's also maintaining the horse. You also gotta feed and take care of the horse just like you would with any other animal. And the standards for what is accepted on Uber Eats in Australia is going to be very different to what is acceptable in America, because a horseback delivery in Florida isn't going to fly, especially for how hot it is down here. We'd be working the horse to death. All in all, this was a fun little find. I'm sorry that he got deactivated. Maybe DoorDash will allow a literal dasher like that. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.